Welcome back, everyone, to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour on Saga 960. I thought that was a really interesting conversation with Jenny Alfandri, and the success that she's achieved as an immigrant to Canada, the unbelievable success she's achieved as a technology executive in several different businesses, being a CEO of an energy distribution company, really is the testament to what people can achieve. Immigrants, females, anybody. And I think that her efforts to talk about how immigrants can be successful, how females in STEM, sciences, science, technology, energy, engineering, and math careers can be very successful, how the power of diversity and inclusion is important for Canadian companies, for all companies to be successful. I think these are all messages that need to be heard. She talks about bold leadership. She talks about bold governance, which is interesting. And she's very active on numerous different board of directors. And she thinks that being a female in STEM, she can add a female immigrant in STEM on different boards of directors can really add an extra dimension to those boards. So I think it's really worth taking a step back and thinking about our society. We've been talking about diversity and inclusion for a long time, but I wonder how often we really do live it and achieve that inclusive society that I think, idealistically say we want, but maybe we don't work for and achieve as well as we could and should. You know, she's an example of someone who's been in numerous different countries, came here without great language skills, now speaks, what'd she say, 4 or 5 languages, and in a career occupation area, engineering, that is not known for females to be as successful as she is. And she's CEO. She's not just a lead engineer. She's just not, in engineering. She's the CEO of that company. And then other people have made use of her on boards of directors because of her experience. And I've known several people like that. I interviewed a lady that was an immigrant from Iran that now has a school of engineering in Montreal named after her, and she created a huge consulting company. And she came here not knowing whether she'd actually get a job, and that people turned her down because she was female at the time, numerous decades ago. So bottom line, we have got a wealth of talent in Canada because of our immigration, because of our diverse cultures, because of our more reasonable, modern attitude toward people of different sexes, of different sexual orientations, of different races, different religions. And everyone brings different skill sets and different experiences and knowledge of different peoples and different environments and different geographies. That's got to make us better companies. That's got to make the boards of directors better boards of directors. That's got to make our lives better lives as we go to different restaurants, as we enjoy different cultures and different music and everything. One of the lines that I've loved is diversity is a fact, inclusion is a choice. I think too much in the last 50 years since Pierre Elliott Trudeau sort of instituted this sort of multiculturalism, we've accepted diversity, but we haven't celebrated it and we haven't chosen inclusivity. I think today we have a great example of inclusivity and the opportunity to really be inclusive. Another line I really like is diversity is getting invited to the dance. Inclusion is getting invited to dance. We need to invite to our homes and dinners people of different races, different cultures, and really benefit from the wealth of diversity, the strength of diversity, the wealth of experience. And we need to celebrate, as we have, females that are making great achievements in STEM careers, and probably males that are making great achievements in some of those careers that may have been thought historically as more of a pink ghetto or a female career. We need to be more accepting of diversity. We need to celebrate diversity. We need to think about inclusion. And then some people tell me that diversity is step 1, inclusivity is step 2, but the true step is equality. And so we need to think about equality. And I think Jenny has given us a great example of how immigrant to Canada, a female in engineering, can rise to the pinnacles of success. And that's a great example. And there's lots more like her. And she's an inspiration to lots more. Thanks for joining us tonight. That's the Brian Crombie Radio Hour on Saga 960. I remind you, I'm on every night, Monday through Friday at 6 o'clock on 960 AM. You can stream me online from anywhere in the world at www.saga960am.ca. All my podcasts and videocasts are available after the fact on my website, briancrombie.com. Good night, everybody. And think about that. Diversity is getting invited to the dance, but inclusivity is inviting someone else up to dance. Good night, everybody.